call just to ask if I got home. Tell me to take my coat, say the night was cold. I said your worry felt too close, too much, like I was choking on your love. Why did I always turn away from the hands that held me first? Some kinds of love are far too near to know their worth. Now I know it was love, in the way you stayed awake for me, in the way you said my name, like losing me would break your sleep. No one will ever love me quite like that, not with a heart so quiet and so sure. I know it now, too late to say it back. Now I know it was love. You left the light on in the living room, pretending you were not waiting up. You'd ask no questions when I came in late, but your eyes had already said enough. I thought your care was just a chain I had to slip out of somehow, but what I called a heavy hand is all I miss now. Now I know it was love, in the small reminders, soft and plain, in the words I used to hate, that now come back like summer rain. No one will ever love me quite like that, not with the fear of losing me that pure. I know it now, too late to give it back. Now I know it was love. Why do the warmest words arrive only after someone leaves? Why does a heart learn what it had by counting what it grieves? Now I know it was love, not control, not weight, not in the way I used to run from every proof. You were loving me the only way you knew. No one will ever hold my life like that, as if my pain was somehow theirs to bear. I know it now, and that's the hardest truth. Now I know it was love. I know it now. I know it now. It was love.
Used to stay behind after the bell, sharing one desk, pretending not to tell. The sky would lean gold against the schoolyard glass, and we'd miss our stop just to make it last. It felt so small, so ordinary then, a road we took because it was there. But love is quiet when it first begins, it hides in there. On that late afternoon those slow days, I think you were already mine. We used to argue over little things, then laugh before the bus reached the next street. You'd lean your head against the shaking glass, and I would memorize your silence. I thought we were just passing time like everyone else at 17. But some of the brightest loves begin and in between. On that late afternoon bus ride, you were so close I could hear you breathe. The city moved outside the window, but all of me stayed there in that seat. I didn't know a heart could start so softly, without a word, without a sign. Now when I look back on those slow days, I think you were already mine. We never named it, never had to. It lived in glances, pages, dust and light. Maybe the truest kinds of love are the ones you miss before you know they're gone. On that late afternoon bus ride, I think my whole life changed a little then. Not in a storm, not in a sentence, but in the way you let me in. I didn't know I'd spend these later years trying to return to that small time, to sit beside you in the fading sun, and know before I lose what once was mine. Late afternoon, one empty seat, and you beside me, still in my memory. You told me one day that you started seeing someone with that bright face people wear when they're stepping into something new, and I just stood there. Maybe you waited for a different word, maybe I missed the only chance. Maybe the saddest kind of love begins too late to stand. Before I knew you were my first love, you were already leaving me behind. Before I called it what it was, it had already slipped out of time. You smiled like the world was opening, and I learned heartbreak in that light. Before I knew you were my first love, you were no longer mine. I replay that look across the room, like there was something I should have seen. A door half open, a pause too long, a space where I should have spoken. Did you ever turn my way and hope I'd ask you not to go? Was there a moment I could have saved and didn't know? Before I knew you were my first love, you were already leaving me behind. Before I called it what it was, it had already slipped out of time.
first love, I had already lost the right to say your name. I came to the truth too slowly, and nothing after felt the same. You were the first wound dressed as wonder, the first goodbye that felt like fate. Before I knew you were my first love, it was already too late. Too late to hold, too late to tell, but not too late to know you well as my first love. That summer came without a warning, a train, a bag, a borrowed day. You asked if I could take your picture with the sea behind your face. The light was soft, your hair kept moving in the wind. I didn't know that love could enter like that, quiet as skin. In the photograph from that summer, you were smiling into the sun, and I am somewhere just outside it, already loving what I'd lose. The waves kept breaking, bright and careless. The sky was white and almost blue. In the photograph from that summer, I can still see you. Salt on our sleeves, sand in our shoes. We laughed at nothing on the way back. You turned and asked if I got the shot. I said yes, but not all of it. Some moments end before the heart can understand, and only later turn to gold inside your hands. In the photograph from that summer, you are smiling into the sun, and I am somewhere just outside it, already loving what I lose. The day was small, but the feeling wasn't. It only grew when it was through. In the photograph from that summer, I can still see you. Maybe that's why I keep that picture. Not for the sea, not for the light, but for the look before I knew that I would miss you all my life. In the photograph from that summer, you are still warm beneath the sky, and I am still the one beside you. Before the leaving, learn my name. The season passed, the picture didn't. It held the color when I couldn't. In the photograph
were only walking, not running, not gone, just moving farther down the street while I stood where the light fell off. I could have called your name, it would have reached you then, but something in me stayed too still to ask you back again. You turned away, and that was all. No anger there, just something gone. One step, then two, the night went still. I watched your back until I couldn't. The evening kept its color, the city stayed the same. Only my hands forgot what they were meant to hold. Love doesn't always break, sometimes it just goes dim, until the shape of someone leaving fills the whole of it. You turned away so quietly, no last words, no seem to keep. Just one more step, then less of us. I watched you go, and silence spoke. One word stayed behind my teeth. You kept walking, so did grief. You turned away, and I knew then some endings come without a sound. No shattered sky, no final line, just your back becoming night. You kept walking, I stayed there. You should have been angry. Instead, you said nothing. And somehow that hurt more than any sharp word could. The clock kept moving, coffee kept cooling, and all I could hear was what we would lose. There are evenings more painful than anger, when love goes quiet in the room, when the air between two people learns how to leave before they do. You looked at me without a question, I looked away without a truth.
There are evenings more painful than anger, and that one was you. Your hands stayed folded like they had nowhere left to go. Even the smallest breath between us sounded too loud to hold. No doors were closing, no voices breaking, just something inside us turning cold. There are evenings more painful than anger, when love goes quiet in the room, when the light above the table feels too pale to call it home. You said nothing, and in that silence, everything I feared came true. There are evenings more painful than anger, and that one was you. Some endings do not shatter, they settle like dust on every familiar thing, until the heart looks up and sees what changed. More painful than anger, when no one knows what else to say, when tenderness becomes a distance, and both of you are still awake. You were right there, but something in you had already slipped beyond my reach. There are evenings more painful than anger, and I still live in that evening. No slammed door, no last cry, only silence staying behind. I saw it first, not in the tears, but in the way they almost came, like something fragile at the edge, still trying not to fall. And in that look, I understood how long you'd carried this alone, how much can live inside a face before it turns to grief. At the edge of tears, you told me everything, without a single word, without a single plea. I looked into your eyes, and all at once I knew the nights you never spoke of had already broken through. At the edge of tears, it easier somehow. You only stood there holding still, as if that might be grace. We spent so long misreading pain until it looks too clear to miss. And by the time we call it love, it has begun to leave. At the edge of tears, you told me everything, without a single word, without a single plea. I looked into your eyes, and all at once I knew the weight behind your silence was heavier than truth. At the edge of tears, I finally saw you. If I had known you then the way I know you now, would I have stayed? Would you have let me? At the edge of tears, the whole room changed its shape. You were still standing there, but nothing stayed the same. I looked into your eyes and saw the cost of love, how long a heart can hold its sake before it gives it up. At the edge of tears, I finally saw you. Too late to save, not too late to know.
Why didn't you tell me? It wasn't that you changed your mind. It wasn't that you broke your word. You were just losing to a life I could not see from where I stood. I chose the simple wound to think you let me down, while you were carrying a weight too heavy to explain. Why didn't you tell me? I would have hated the truth less than the silence. I would have waited through the dark if I had known what darkness was. You were not leaving out of coldness, you were surviving something I couldn't touch. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't I ask enough? I made a story out of absence and wore it like it had your name, while you were fighting through your days with no room left to defend your own heart. Some people choose to disappear before they choose to make you hurt, and I mistook your breaking down for turning away first. Why didn't you tell me? I would have hated the truth less than the silence. I would have stayed inside the storm if I had known it wasn't us. You were not cruel, you were cornered, and I was blind enough to call it love gone wrong. didn't you tell me? Why didn't I listen before you were gone? One word might not have saved us, but maybe it would have changed the shape of grief. Why didn't you tell me? Now every memory answers in your place. You weren't faithless, you were drowning, and I was standing on the shore, thinking you had chosen distance when you were only trying to breathe. Why didn't you tell me? Why was I so easy to deceive? By silence, by fear, by what I never thought to hear.
The elevator opened and no one else was there. Just that faint green scent, like rain on crushed leaves, and suddenly you were everywhere. How can the air remember what the body tries to lose? In the scent left in the elevator, you came back without a sound. No face, no voice, no footsteps, just a feeling settling down. I thought I had forgotten what forgetting was supposed to do, but one small breath of something green brought all of me to you. The numbers lit in silence, one by one in blue. I watched the doors close slowly, like I was watching something end again, for no reason except that it was you. How can the air remember what the body tries to lose? In the scent left in the elevator. Without a sound, no face, no voice, no footsteps, just a feeling settling down. I thought I had forgotten what forgetting does, but one small breath of something green brought me back to you.
was walking through the station shops under tired fluorescent light when I saw a claw machine glowing and thought of you without warning. The way you'd laugh like winning mattered, then laugh even more when it didn't. At the claw machine tonight, I almost cried for no good reason. Just a little sting behind my eyes. In the most ordinary light, I thought I had outgrown this feeling. But grief is strange in how it hides. It waits inside the smallest places, then calls your name when you walk by. Your hand on the glass, your voice saying one more try. That look you had when you wanted something impossible and made it seem small. I didn't know how much your love would live in things that meant nothing then. At the claw machine tonight, I almost cried for no good reason. Just a little ache across my chest. In a place that wasn't ours, I thought the city had moved on, but memory still knows the route. And under all that borrowed light, it quietly brought me back to you. Happiness is rarely grand. Sometimes it is a coin, a joke, a glance. And sometimes losing someone means you lose the shape of those small nights. At the claw machine tonight, I stood there longer than I meant to. Not because I thought you'd come, but because you already had, in the glass, in the lights, in that old machine, in the version of me that still remembers how love could look so light before it learned to hurt. Still it was you.
A silver couple ring, cold in the back of a drawer. No engraving, almost nothing. Still it feels heavier than before. How can something so small hold a season inside it? Silver couple ring, little circle, little ghost, shining with the shape of us, long after the rest was gone. Too beautiful to throw away, too painful to wear again. Silver couple ring, you keep love where it ends. I turn it in my hand and catch a faded line of light. the memory of your fingers still living in the metal somehow. Not every promise breaks, some just go quiet and stay. Silver couple ring, little circle, little ghost, shining with the shape of us, long after the rest was gone. Too beautiful to throw away, too painful to wear again. Silver couple ring, you keep love where it ends. It was never worth much until it was all that remained. Funny how the smallest things become the hardest things to name. Silver couple ring, you are colder than before, but under all that borrowed shine, there is a warmth I still remember. I do not wear you, I do not leave you, I only keep you out of sight. Silver couple ring, still holding one small life, small and bright, still not gone. Earphones you left behind are still on my desk tonight. One side tangled in itself, one side turned toward the light. I haven't moved them, as if touching them would make the silence final. The earphones you left behind still know the shape of your hands, still look like something you might come back for. There is no music playing, still I hear you somehow in the quiet of this room, in the things I haven't thrown out. We used to trade songs after midnight, like that could save us from the dark. Now even the wires feel fragile, like they remember where you were. Some endings stay, not in the heart alone, but in the objects near it. The earphones you left behind still know the weight of your touch, still keep a kind of nearness I cannot name out loud. There is no music in them now, only the echo of your leaving, and the part of me still listening. I tell myself I'll put them away tomorrow or the day after, but grief loves ordinary things, and somehow large enough to hold a whole unfinished love. There is no sound, and still the room is full of you. The last song ended long ago, but I have not. No sound, still